In one of the earlier videos in this series, I showed you my YouTube master sheet for my filming day. Exactly how I like to track the videos as I'm shooting them so that I make sure that everything I was planning on filming ends up getting filmed. Like I said before, I like to follow a certain system all the way from the beginning to the end. So I want to go back to that sheet and now show you the next tab where it has all of the information ready to go for posting. This is my system for YouTube. I do have a little bit of a different system for TikTok and Instagram, and I'll show you that a little bit later. But let's check this out. If you take a look at the sheet here, you can see I have the posting date that's planned, the video number. I don't always post the videos in the order that we shoot them, so having the video number there makes it really simple to then go back and find it. And again, I'll show you my folder that has all the videos so you can see how easy it is for me to go, oh, I need video 12, here it is, because they, are organized in numerical order as opposed to on this sheet. I then know exactly what playlist it's going to be in. I can grab the title. The thumbnail's been created. Allie is the person that does our incredible thumbnails on our channel specifically. And so she can look at this and go, okay, this is what I need to create the thumbnail. In our description, we have the specific call to action for that video. We move it up to the top so it's a little bit more accessible. We still have all of the other links that we have in our description. So if you can actually look in the description box below and kind of see how we formulate that description as well. But we'll move the most important link to the top of the description, again, so people can find them. So I like to leave the call to action next to there. It's again, quick and easy to grab. I don't have to watch the video again to figure out, what call to action I did. Knowing who's on camera isn't that important. That's really more for the thumbnail being created. So, if it's a Sebastian video, then Allie can grab a picture of Sebastian. And then we'll have our description and everything. So all I have to do is grab it from over here, copy it over, paste it, and then I go through and I've got my date. And I say, okay, this is the date I want to schedule it. Really quickly, let's go through uploading a video and I'll show you how simple it is. Okay, so you're going to go to Create, Upload Video. Now, normally I'm doing this on my big computer, so it's a little bit easier. I have my laptop right now, you can't see it, but it's a little bit easier. I'll have, the YouTube channel over here, and then I'll have my sheet right here, so it's really simple to go back and forth. It's a little bit harder on the laptop because the screen is smaller. Again, I'll show you how I organize my files in a second, but I'll go to Ready to Post. I'll grab the video, pull it down. Now, as you can see, the title is already there. I just have to remove the V005. So again, when I structure my files and I set up my project, this is something that I like to do. Now, part of our description is already there. It's something that you can pre-set up in YouTube. So I'm going to go down, go back to video 5. It would be highlighted as white because it hasn't been uploaded yet. I'm going to go over and I'm going to grab my description, add it here. I'm going to go to Upload Thumbnail. Thumbnails, ready to post. Upload. See what playlist I wanted this on. Video production and editing. Go to Next. Add in my end screen. I like to do best for viewer unless I have a specific video that I'm pointing to. Go to Save, check to see if I have any cards in this one. So I'm pointing to video 12 at 2:15. Go over to 2:15. Click Save, Next, and then I'm going to go to Schedule. I am posting it on January 20th. This is obviously a video I've already posted, but I just wanted to go through the process with you. Say I wanted to post it on the 28th. 7 a.m. and I would hit schedule. Then from there, I would just go in, I would highlight this and gray it out so I know that it's been posted. The next thing I want to show you really quickly is just how I organize my files in my output. You kind of saw a little bit, but if we go here, I've got my output folder. And then what I do is I go through and I have in review, and as soon as I've exported the video, I put it in there, I watch through it, see if there's any changes that I need to make, and then I go back in, make those changes in Premiere, and then it ends up in ready to post. From there, I can then upload all of those videos at the same time to YouTube, go through the process that I just showed you, and then once they're in there, I move them to scheduled. From scheduled, I like to upload them to Dropbox so that we have, a secondary copy of everything in case something happens to my drive. Once they're in Dropbox and they've been posted, I move them into posted. Our Instagram and our TikTok is really important to our marketing, but it's not our #1 marketing tool. So the way that I go through and keep track of what I've posted there is slightly different. I don't have a master sheet that I use. What I do is, again, if you go back to here, I've got TikTok, for example. I have the same sort of thing, in review, ready to post, uploaded to Dropbox. I like to move them through the process. So let's say that I've reviewed this one. I'm going to put it in ready to post. From there, I'm going to upload it to Dropbox. Once it's in Dropbox, I'm going to move it to upload it to Dropbox. This might seem a little bit tedious to you, but it's very helpful. Sometimes, you're really busy, you're moving quickly, and I never have to wonder, oh no, did I do something? I always take these steps to just make sure to move them to the next folder so that I'm not double posting something. I know what's already been done, and I don't have to think about it. I love creating systems that make it so that I don't have to think too hard about what I'm doing. And then from there, uploaded to Dropbox. These are the ones that I know that I can then go ahead and post. Once they're posted, I put them in the posted folder. So then I know I'm not going to accidentally repost it. I go through this exact same system with Reels. A lot of the times I even like to make sure that it's the same number, right? So TikTok video 5 is the same as Reel video 5, so that if I'm trying to post the same one on the same day, it's really simple. Sometimes I'm able to take the TikTok video and just upload it straight to Reels, but TikTok allows you to have a little bit longer videos. So sometimes they're slightly different, right? My TikTok video might be 1 minute and 20 seconds, whereas the Reel version is 58 seconds so that you're able to post it there. But I keep the naming convention exactly the same. So it's really, really simple. Again, I know I keep saying that. I feel like I'm driving myself crazy, but simple, simple, simple. In this entire process, it's the only way that you're going to be able to create and post hundreds of videos per month. YouTube makes it really easy for you to just be able to go in and schedule all of your posts. Like I said, I do it 1 day a month, and then I don't have to think about it the rest of the month. But Instagram and TikTok don't have that feature. So I would suggest using something like Hootsuite or Later, where you can go in and you can post everything. They do cost money, so if you're like, even that, if you're a small business, that $20 a month might be too much. You have a lot of other expenses, right? That doesn't mean that you're unable to pre-schedule things. My little system for that, if you're not wanting to spend money on another subscription for your business, is that you can just go in and create, a week's worth of content or a month's worth of content if you have the time. Take a couple of hours, do all of your posts, and just put them in your drafts. That way, every morning you wake up, you can just hit post. You don't have to go through the whole entire process. Or let's say you're on vacation and you're like, oh, I want to post something still. I don't want to take the 10 minutes or 15 minutes it takes to really put the thought behind it, come up with a caption, make sure everything's there. Then again, all you have to do is go into your drafts, pick the video you want, and hit post. It makes it really, really simple. All of this content that I've been talking about creating throughout this series is pre-thought out, pre-made content, that you're doing in bulk, that you're all doing in 1 day or 2 days, depending on how much content you're trying to create. But that doesn't mean that you can't still make spontaneous content. In fact, knowing that you have a post already for every day, knowing that you don't have to think about this but once a day, it really helps for you to be able to have the joy in creating spontaneous content. I still like to, I was just on vacation in Disneyland and I was like, oh, it'd be really fun to make this video. I'll just grab a few shots of these few things, and when I get home, I can edit together this cute TikTok that I probably wouldn't have wanted to do if I had to think about everything all the time. So it didn't end up being a big deal like, oh, I have to create a TikTok while I'm on vacation at Disneyland. That sounds awful. It was like, oh, I already know I have plenty of content to cover, but I have this idea. It, allows you to spark that creativity. You're not stuck to just using the content that you create on these filming days. You're still allowed to create that spontaneous stuff because that stuff can be really, really fun. But this way, you at least know you're covered and you're not going to be worried about like, oh no, what am I going to have to post tomorrow? It also allows you to take a little bit more time on those things, right? It's not like, oh shoot, I have to have a post by 3 p.m. It's like, oh, I have this idea. It's going to take a little bit longer than my regular posts, but that's okay. Maybe it takes me 3 weeks to actually get around to getting it all finished and ready to go. But it doesn't matter because I already have those 3 weeks covered and I can do it to the perfection that I want to do it, take the time, add all of the elements that I want to add to it, and not be concerned that I have a deadline. I've said it a million times, systems are like one of my favorite things. Getting organized is one of my very favorite things. But I do still like to have as much creativity and fun and joy in all of this as possible. I'm not just like, oh, system. I know I talk about it a lot. This entire series, all I've talked about is how you can stay organized. But mainly I just want this to be a good experience for you. I want it to be easy and doable. I think a lot of times people feel like, I can't do this. This is overwhelming. This is too much. I don't have the time. But if you take everything you've learned in this series of videos and you apply it to what you're doing, I promise you it will make your life a lot easier. Like I said in the first video, I've done it this way. I've created this system because I've done it all the other ways too. I've done it the hard way and it's not that enjoyable. So, let's bring the joy back into content creation. It doesn't have to just be a grind. It doesn't have to just be like, oh, content. I got to make content and I hate making content. It should be enjoyable. It should be fun. And I hope you can take this system and bring that joy back into the process for yourself. Make sure you subscribe and follow along for more great tips like this. We are your video allies. You've got this, we've got your back, and I cannot wait to see what kind of content you create.